Man tutorials. Winning is hard. Losing is easy. Very important to understand the difference. See, the thing about winning is that you have to put in effort.
Radio check.
But losing, you don't have to do anything to lose. You just do nothing and you lose. You do the wrong thing and you lose. Or you don't do the right thing is what I meant to say. You don't do the right thing, right? The right play, make the right decision, and of course you lose, right? Lose is a default setting, right? You start off as a loser, right? You start off as a noob, right? There has to be a beginning somewhere, right? You have to start somewhere. So you start with nothing, right? You start as nothing. Then you level up, right? You build up. You become a winner. So that's the difference between a winner and a loser, is that a winner puts in effort. A loser doesn't have to, so of course a loser will lose. And that's the way it's supposed to be, right? Then there's the cheater, right? It's the one who is a loser, obviously, because if they were a winner, they'd just be a winner. They wouldn't be a cheater, right? The reason why they're a cheater, not just called a loser, right, is because they do win, but they win by breaking the rules, right? They win by not being good at something. They just found a way to get the end result, which is what they want, which is the win, right? The W, despite the fact that they then earn it, right? That's why it's called cheating. They found a way to win without putting any real effort, or at least not the same effort that the winner did, right? So when it comes to alpha males, beta males, and incels, or sigma males, alpha males are the cheaters, the beta males are the winners, and the incels or the sigmas, right? They are the losers. Now, of course, a lot of people out there will think that the beta males are not winners, right? They think that beta males would be losers while the alpha males would be the winners, but in reality, that's not the case. The alpha males are the cheaters. They're only winning because, they're cheating, right? They're doing things that give them a W, it gives them a victory that they really didn't deserve. But a win is a win, right? That's their viewpoint. A win is a win. So they might win the battle, but we all know they always lose the war. So that's the thing. But to them, winning the battle is more important than the war anyway, right? So to each their own. But the beta, right, the winner, they can win the war. Yes, they can lose a couple of battles, but they'll ultimately win the war, right? They'll win the big game, not the small side quest like a alpha would. Alphas are out here doing side quests, right? The beta's playing the full game and beating the game, right? While incels are not even trying to play the game. They're complaining that the game is too hard, or the game should be easier, or they should just watch a walkthrough or run through video. Just watch a video, watch somebody else play the game. Like, they rather do that than to actually play the game themselves and get good at it, right? So that's the dynamic you have in the male species, right? This also applies to females, but that's for a different topic. But among guys, you have the cheaters, the winners, and the losers. And the alpha males are the ones that are the cheaters, right? And they always say cheaters never prosper, and it's true. They never prosper in the long run, but they do prosper in the short run. That's the thing. That's why cheating is, it's popular, right? It still happens, right? Cheating happens because people want a win so bad, and the only ones who want the win that bad that they'll cheat is typically losers. A winner will work hard for their victories, and they feel better earning it than cheating for it, right? So, and then of course, like I said, the betas are the ones that, they might be losing here and there, but eventually, they'll win, right? And then when they win, it matters. But when a cheater wins, it doesn't matter. It becomes pointless. It's like, okay, not a big deal. You got something. Good for you. You won something, but was it really worth winning? It was, Maybe, see, that's the thing. It's more of a See, the thing is, for cheaters, it's more of a personal win than a real win, right? They care more about personal win than gaining a real victory, because a real win would be an accomplishment, right? So that's different. So that's why a beta male at first is losing, right? Because ladies are choosing the alphas over the betas, but ultimately the ladies get smart and they end up with the betas at the end of the day. So that's the winning the game thing, right? That's the most important part. Which is why it's weird that a lot of people are trying to promote the idea of being alpha, not realizing that that's just a short-term thing. That's just the whole winning a couple battles but losing the war type of mentality, right? And it's unfortunate because guys want outcomes, right? They want certain things, and you got a lot of these alpha males, right, quote unquote, out here trying to sell them on that idea, sell them on the fact that, hey, we can help you get stuff, we can help you get this and that, right? But it's always through shady methods, always through lying and deceit, instead of through hard work and whatnot. They'll lie, they'll say, oh, you gotta work hard and do this, that, and third, but in reality, they themselves don't work hard. The ones who tell you to work hard to make the best version of themselves are not working hard. It's just like those people who tell you, like, I'll teach you how to make a lot of money. They don't make money the way they're trying to teach you how to make money. They make money by convincing you to give them money to teach in order for you to teach them. So they make money from teaching, not from doing anything. So whatever they're teaching, they're not doing it themselves. They're making money from teaching you the thing. So that's what they're really making money from, is teaching, not from doing. So they don't practice what they preach. They just preach, and then they charge you money to hear them preach, right? To speak about an idea that they don't do themselves. Same thing goes with these alpha male guys, right? These red pill guys, trying to promote the idea that you need to be an alpha, you need to be an asshole, you need to treat females a certain type of way because they prefer it. And it's like, no, they make the bad decision in choosing guys to act that way, but they don't really prefer it, because if they prefer it, they wouldn't be on the internet, and all these years they wouldn't be complaining, where all the good men at? They'll be complaining, where all the alpha males at? Where all the guys who treat me like shit at? Where all the fuck boys at? That's like, they don't say that. They're complaining that they want good men, the betas, because that's truly what they want. But the thing is, of course, which doesn't make sense, but that's the whole point, because they're not biological, they keep chasing and choosing and dealing with the alpha, but then complain about their dealing with alphas. And we could be like, well, it's their fault for choosing the alphas. Yeah, it is true. But part of the whole thing about the red pill community was to educate not only the guys, on not being alpha and, being a better beta, right? Being the best version of yourself, so that way the ladies would choose you over the alphas. Instead, they just start promoting the whole, no, you gotta be alpha, you gotta be alpha. Alpha is better than beta. Alpha is better than beta when it wasn't. So instead of being the solution to the problem, which is females should choose the betas, not the alphas, instead it's like, oh no, well, instead of being the solution to the problem, let's just be the part of the problem. Let's join them. Instead of us versus them, betas versus alphas, let's all be alpha, right? Let's all join the same group. Let's all be alphas. Let the females keep picking the wrong guys, and let's all get a win that way. In other words, instead of actually learning how learning how females think and behave and this, that, and getting to know them. Let's just cheat, right? Let's just pretend to be something that we're not, just so ladies will fuck us, and then that's it. A win is a win. So they don't care how they win; they just care that they do win, which is the problem, right? Just like ladies don't care, that the reason why a lot of ladies do OnlyFans is because of money, right? So they forgone respect, dignity, right? Their future, especially their future, husband prospects, right? Future, love of their lives, right? They give up their future for the money, for a temporary win. So they need to learn, to do better, right? But then it goes back to the fact it's like, yeah, the red pill community went straight to the whole like, let's stop hating that the alphas are winning in the sexual marketplace by getting laid, and let's all become alphas. So then, before, it was like, damn, alphas ain't shit. The chicks need to choose the beta, and then it went to like, no, every guy should be alpha. So then, automatically by default, if you're not alpha, you're beta, and then being a beta became an insult when it wasn't. It was just a label referring to the fact that it's like, okay, alphas are the assholes, betas are the good guys, right? So you got the bad guys, which are the alphas, and the good guys are the betas, and the betas are being treated like shit when they shouldn't, because they're decent guys, but the alphas are pieces of shit, but they get treated better, and that's not right. So the idea was to correct that. But then instead of correcting it, right, betas being the solution to the whole, alpha issue that ladies are having, because ladies are having problems with alphas. That's the thing, they're having issues with alphas, and betas were supposed to be the solution for that. But instead, it went to like, no, every guy is alpha now, and if you're beta, blah blah blah, is an insult. You're weak. Alpha male is what women want, and blah blah blah. So I'm gonna be alpha, nah, all this nonsense. So you get a whole bunch of betas converting to alpha, and then a whole bunch of incels talking about their alpha. But then in reality, they're just still incels. They just label themselves as quote unquote the winning team, which is alphas, but in reality is like alphas aren't really winning like that. Because, they're winning a couple things here and there, but that's because they're cheating, right? That's why I refer to them as cheaters. And then it goes back to the fact that they're actual cheaters, right? When women are complaining about guys cheating, they're referring to the alphas. Because the alphas are the ones out here cheating, trying to convince ladies that it's okay that they cheat, and they should be, and if they get with a guy, they're supposed to let him cheat. But the ladies are not allowed to cheat. Only guys are allowed to cheat. Alpha males specifically are allowed to cheat, but females cannot cheat at all. Definitely cannot cheat on the alpha male. All that nonsense. Because the thing was about the beta male thing, right? That a lot the red pill stuff was talking about is that the beta males, the when they do get a girlfriend, sometimes not sometimes, but a lot of times the girlfriend will cheat on the beta male with an alpha, right? So that's why the alphas were the bad guys. They're the ones that are creating problems for the betas, right? Creating problems for guys, for good guys. So you had the bad guys creating problems for the good guys. So the thing was, we were supposed to stop the bad guys from ruining, good guys, opportunities, good guys, relationships. But instead, the red pill start promoting the idea of being the bad guy. It's better to be the bad guy than to be the good guy. So then it's this whole bad guys win concept, trying to make it where being alpha is good and being beta is bad when it wasn't the case. It was the reverse. Alpha was bad, beta is good, right? So right here I'm just talking about that's the dynamic. That was the whole point of alphas, betas, right, and incels, cheaters, winners, and losers. The problem is that you got a whole bunch of fuckboys, a whole bunch of cheaters trying to convince the world, and they've been doing a pretty good job of it so far, because you got a lot of idiots out here thinking that alpha is the way to go, right? That to try and convince the world is like, hey, we're allowed to do whatever we want, have sex with whoever we want, but the people we have sex with, the ladies we have sex with, are not allowed to have sex with anyone else. That's bullshit, right? Because if you want, because you want monogamy on one side, but not the other side. It's like, no, that's not the way things go. And real men are not out here talking about their alpha. Right? Real men's are out here being loyal to their woman, and their woman's being loyal back. Loyalty, respect, maturity. That's real men. That's real women shit. All these fuckboys, all these 304s out here being unloyal, being cheaters, right? So you understand it. Alphas and 304s, they're the same. They're cheaters, liars, selfish. These are all bad things. These are not good things. And that's what these podcasts consist of. Look at the podcast. See the guys talking about their alphas, and the ladies they bring on there are 304s. Are chicks with OnlyFans, right? Chicks that aren't wife material, right? They aren't real women. So a bunch of boys and females on these podcasts. And then they're trying to tell the world that, like, oh, but we're real men, we're real women, we're high value, we have, we're important, blah blah blah. It's like, no, you're not. You're pieces of trash. Talking to pieces of trash, but trying to promote yourselves as if y'all better than everybody else. That y'all the best that the humanity has to offer, and it's like, yo, you're not. So, just trying to clear that up, because it's annoying to see this constant repetition of bullshit, of lies. That alpha males are good. They're the most desirable. Like, that's what women want. They want the alphas. Like, no, females make the bad decision of dealing with alphas, but eventually they realize that was a bad decision, and then they cry and complain and want the betas. So ultimately the betas win at the end. Betas are the ones women really want once they realize their mistake, which will always be alphas. Alphas will always be a mistake. Betas will always not be. And that's the end of the video.